Here I am sorting different colors and pairs for the next block that I'm going to introduce you to. So what I've decided on is this pile, and what I've done is I've sorted colors in like pairs, and these will act as a center in the blocks that we're going to do. So what I will do is take these 2.5, 4.5, join them together, and they will end up being 4.5 inch squares. So next up, we're going to take the blocks that we've sewn together, and we're going to make sure that the seam is running horizontally. So this is this way. And then we're going to take a low volume or a light background and place it on the left-hand side and join that with the 1/4 inch seam. And then to that, we will take a darker or a high contrast. I'm going to use fabric that is on the darker and the black side, navy and black, and you're going to join that on the right hand side. With this pattern, I'm doing 16 blocks. It depends what size you want. The blocks are going to be 8 by 8, so depending on how large you want it to be is how many you'll need to make. So let me get that done, and then I'll show you what's next. The next step is to take 2.5 by 4.5 inch of the darker and sew them on the shorter edge, right sides together, 1/4 inch like that, and do the same with your background or your low volume. So again, 1/4 inch like that. You'll need 1 pair of each per block. So I'm doing 16 blocks, so I need 16 sets. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Now that we have these black or your darker and your lighter or your low volume sewn together in strips, we're actually going to take some 2.5 inch squares. I've drawn corner to corner on each of them. I don't know if you can see it on this one. And what we're going to do on the left hand side, you're going to place the low volume one, and you're going to sew corner to corner, and this will get flipped over like that. And then if you haven't seen me do this before, I put an X on the side that I'm going to be cutting away, and that tells me when I go to stitch it on the left hand side of my line. Then on the low volume or white side, we're actually going to put it on this corner like this, with our corner running this way. So when it's all stitched, it's going to flip up like that. And again, I will put an X for myself, and I'll know that I need to be stitching on the right hand side of this line. I will be pinning this and then doing it very carefully. Once you've stitched this, flipped it over, and you're happy with how it lines up, then you can cut all the excess fabric 1/4 inch away from the stitching line. And this you can put in your triangle box or in your scrap box or pass it on to a friend. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what comes next. Just showing you how stitching and flipping this lines up nicely. So now I'm okay to trim this side off, and same with here. It matches up nicely, so I can trim this off. We're actually ready to assemble the final block. So we have the strips we just did with the flips on them. Now we're going to take the original pieces that we put together, and guess what you've just created? You've just created a shadow box looking block. This is all using potato chips. As an alternative, you could use a 4.5 inch square in the center. You can adjust the size up and down to your liking. So I'm going to go ahead, sew this together, show you what it looks like, and then I have 15 more blocks to go. So here's the block all sewn together. It measures 8.5 unfinished or 8 inches once it's sewn into a quilt with other blocks. I really like how this one turned out. I'm going to continue making the rest and then I'll show you what it'll look like once it's all put together. Okay, I've got all my blocks done and I've done 16 in all. Unfortunately, you can't see how brilliant the colors are from here, but I really like how it's turning out. So I'm just going to join these together and then I'll show you what I'm going to do for a border. And I'm not getting crazy about rearranging the center colors in a certain order. I just randomly put them up and that's what I've decided to go with. So let me sew these together. They're all going to be pieced 1/4 inch seams. Very easy to do. So once I'm done, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all the blocks sewn together and now I'm just giving you a preview of the border. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the width in the bottom and then of the top. And then when it comes to the corners down here and up there, I'm going to do the sides last and I'm going to do a stitch and flip, which is what we did for all the others. You can certainly do an HST block if you wanted in each of the corners, but I'm finding the stitch and flip works the best for me. So I'm going to take care of that and then I'll show you when it's all done. Here it is all done. I really like how it turned out. I hope you like it too. Please follow along, share, like, and subscribe. And as always, sew safely and sew with Debee. Have a great day. Bye for now.